Yeehaw, it's time to get the thingy real quick so we can actually have the game mechanic. Is Tennessee Kid Cooper finally finding his old cane gun.
All he had to do was look behind, and there she be.
And it's actually interesting, because I want to say back in the original art, when he had the mustache, they treated it more like dual pistols, but here it's more like a repeater rifle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Oh, not a bad... I really am like a sucker for cool, like, you know, sharpshooting kind of stuff like this. It's cool.
It's really nice.
So as far as third-person shooter mechanics are concerned, where would you rate Tennessee Kid here on that spectrum?
So, hear me out. Part of me wants to say that it may be the game's fault, but I don't believe so. I think the other problem is the controller. So when I bought all of this, I bought it all secondhand from someone via, like, Craigslist or something.
Uh-huh.
Which I do not regret. I got to play a lot of games that I almost never would have had the opportunity had Sony had their way with it. Otherwise. You know, again, thank you to Puppeteer and Tools of Destruction, all that stuff. But I also had to get some controllers, and before I started doing it, it's this part right here.
Oh.
So the crack shot technique is a really neat idea, but here's the problem. At the time, my L2 button on one of these controllers was really acting up. It'll be a little, I think it gets a little bit better after this particular session of recording, and I do my best to cut around any awkward moments, but basically, sometimes crack shot would activate when I didn't need it to.
Oh.
But essentially, just activate it, release, and bam!
Woo, there you go.
And now we can see his rails slide in now that I didn't die. Yeah, you see, he frickin' hauls ass when it comes to rail sliding.
Again, he pioneered the technique, so naturally he'd be the best at it.
Whoa! And as for the reason why I died, it's because some of this stuff can be insta-kill if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Well, especially the electricity.
Be wary. You know what? Not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds fair.
I was about to say, like, that's gonna be a silly metaphor, and nope, actually, 100%.
You know what? It's actually relatable.
I mean, I'll take that over all the weird quips that Sandy usually made.
Or Bunny.
That too.
I just love the instance where it's like, it was during the Salty Spittoon one where Sandy says one of them and she's like, wait, what?
Yeah, they do.
I remember that. And she was like, wait, how did that even... There's that, and again, the one I just think is the freaking Bunny one, the scarier than a one-eyed snake.
That one, I mean...
It is scary. I just knowing now as adults, like, I mean, I would be freaked out if I saw one-eyed snake. But we know better now.
We know better now, and I mean, obviously they knew what they were doing with that particular sentence.
Pew!
Ow!
But I guess the biggest advice I could give though when doing this, I thought that would activate.
I mean, definitely you think about it, that would be scary for a little kid like Tails.
Right. Basically, the biggest advice I could give with Tennessee, I keep trying to say Ryuichi. One of the biggest advice I can give with Tennessee is, as tempting as it could be, since you know you got a gun. Oh my god! Finally, an actual gun. Don't do what I do at times, which is I love to overextend because I'm like right in that high of, hey, I got a gun now.
Yeah.
Be wary because this game, this mode in particular is going to be all about, it's going to be all about throwing enemies from behind corners that you really do have to, you need to take your time with, unfortunately.
Yeah. I will say for what it's worth though, like, from what I remember playing the game, Tennessee's gun controls are pretty solid.
Oh no, for sure, like, they're tight. Again, it was just the crack shot thing.
And again, and I mean, to be fair, in your defense, you were working with a busted controller.
Yeah.
Right, or a busted L2 button, rather. I mean, was it a legit PS3 controller, or was it like
it was a PS3 controller. In fact, actually, now that I'm remembering a bit more, I think actually I had already replaced the controller at this point because it was frustrating me that much.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, fortunately I had multiple. Fortunately, it came with multiple controllers, and it also came with a third-party controller. Which that's the other fun little fact is it came with a third-party controller that I really did enjoy using. But unfortunately, the third-party controller's 6-axis motion thingy wasn't being picked up by some of the official games. So I had to. Again, it was a lot of.
Watch out!
It was a lot of making do. And so that some of that I don't want to attribute falsely to this game. It wasn't the game that always frustrated me. Holy crap, that's an instant kill. I need to do that more often. But
You do have to be mindful though that it does run under a meter.
Right. Yes. So that was my official moment of, holy crap! I actually have a gun.
Oh, yeah.
I thought there was like one of them kitty little blasters they give to all the Norks nowadays. But no, this is a real gun now.
You think this is acidic spray paint? Nah, it's the legitimate article.
You think this is a paintball gun?
You think that this?
Think again, partner.
But see, besides back then, we knew we were kids. We knew they weren't real guns. They fired Doritos.
Doritos.
They were team like pew, pew, pew. Anywho.
Wait a minute, you mean I wasn't firing off lemons this whole time?
You lied to me. Goodbye. Oh, I will take that.
Another mask for the troubles. I know it's some. I forget the exact number you need, but I know some of them do lots of pretty amusing costumes for the trio.
So I'm looking it up here. Let's see. The secret slime masks. And I mean, it goes without saying, I also love frickin' spaghetti western kind of music like this. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, okay, so here it is. So for 5 masks, which I do actually now have unlocked, I can replace the paraglider with a Sanzaru theme. Whoa!
Did you just slip through the floor?
Yes, he did.
We don't talk about it. Wait a minute.
Also, we unfortunately get to see his true colors. Well,
it's
at
random,
least in shadow.
It's random, stupid, and I don't think ever actually goes explained anywhere in this game.
Nope, he's just one of those you don't like him when he's angry sort of things.
Yeah.
There you go, sound obliteration.
Yep. There you go. Again, that early on, you can get silent obliteration. It's like that's normally the move you usually save for like
right in Slide 2. Right in Slide 2, I don't think you get it until like the last Jean Bisson one, which is like the penultimate chapter.
Right. Like it's a super special ability there.
Right. So anyway, so the things you can get are so first of all, for 5 masks, you get you can change your paraglider to look like Sanzaru, like the Sanzaru logo with the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 masks, you get you make it look like
bigger.
Bigger?
What have you
He's like,
I mean, yeah, it does look a little bigger than before, don't it?
I don't believe you.
Anyway, moving on from that. So I know again some of the stuff you can unlock from that are costumes for Sly, Bentley, and Murray that parody a certain comic franchises.
That mustache all the time, are you?
I mean, what do you think it looks like? It's ridiculous. And then
and honest, I could tell from your tone you probably didn't put on Sly, so that's a bit of a bummer.
I mean, I know. Well, I mean, I know that because I didn't really. I wasn't looking for those masks all that much, and B, I know it gives them like little devil horns.
It literally turns him into like a Batmanitized version of the Jersey Devil.
Oh.
And then Bentley, I believe, dresses up like I want to say he dresses up like Judge Dredd.
Happy Shock.
I don't remember what Murray wears though.
Yeah,
doesn't he wear?
Murray,
I was about to say, doesn't Murray wear like the swimsuit that he wears in another chapter?
I think he does.
Yeah, the diving suit. With the,
oh yeah, by the way, you all ready to play Tapper with Bentley?
Oh hey.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what this is.
Give me a drink, bartender.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is too.
Give me a drink, partner. Give me a drink, partner. I'm thirsty.
That's a long table.
Well, hey, all the better to keep within distance of us and those big ass ox guards.
The mangy ne'er-do-well drunks. Here.
So,
go ahead, sorry. Yeah, as you see, sometimes they'll want more drinks, so make sure to give them that many drinks and not one, not less. Also, the outfit that Murray wears is the freaking scuba suit that has the freaking Splinter Cell headgear.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah. The other ultimate ones is that if you get 50 If you get 50 masks, it replaces Sly Cooper's cane with Ratchet's wrench.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And then finally, for all 60, oh my gosh.
That's a
everyone
lot of
settle
sarsaparilla,
down.
boys.
Crap, I dropped one.
And man, now that I see all those things, all those mugs, I'm starting to get a little thirsty.
I know. I like mug root beer. I love mug root beer and actual like legit cane sodas.
I don't think I've had root beers of any kind.
Really?
Not that I'm aware
Never
of.
had A&W or the dog, whatever.
No, I haven't heard of the dog. I know of A&W. I've just never had them.
Huh.
I mean, never hurts to try. I just say as a rite of passage, just try root beer at least once.
Regardless, that's definitely something I'm going to have to try and fix if we ever meet up.
Right.
Now.
And I mean,
But
granted, it's one of those things where I'm not a huge root beer connoisseur myself, but it's one of those old reliable sort of things.
What about root beer? Root
Beer?
Beer! No one hear this. I'm going to cough loudly to say that. I'll never hear it. Now then.
Anyway, I don't think I've ever tried sarsaparilla though.
Don't think I've ever had it. I know there's like some slight difference to it, but whoa! Suddenly I'm getting mugshot vibes again. Casino Land.
Yeah.
And finally, for all 60 masks, what you get is it replaces Sly. Stop staring.
Sly.
He had an itch he can't scratch.
I had an itch on my nose.
Anyway,
the other thing is, oh yeah, if only I had a massive back scratch with me at all times.
Anyway, it replaces Sly's what?
Sly's cane with it becomes a big arc staff, which they refer to as Cole's amp, being Cole McGrath.
Yeah, from the Infamous games.
Right. You know, another Sucker Punch property.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, excuse me, Sucker Punch originated property.
Again, I should look back on that and see if that game's okay. So I remember playing it. I remembered two things. Was that I remember the gameplay, moving around, broken, was okay, and I also remember that the cultists. I remember the cultists reminded me a lot of Voodoo Vince when you're fighting the moles. You know what it is? Because the big cultists or demons you're fighting in Infamous like wear red and have like claws and stuff. Complete random thought. Has anyone here ever seen M. Night Shyamalan's The Village?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so it was an old movie. I could talk about, but this is probably not the place to be talking about M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Does it matter if you move that thing while the spotlight's on it?
I don't believe
Not really.
so.
Obviously, you don't want to get caught, though.
Yes, a raccoon didn't. Look at how sly that Jack looks. And that queen's like, oh, he's looking at me again.
I thought.
Yeah, he's
The king's like, and the king's like, you better not be looking at her. I was like, I'm gonna look at her.
Get away from my wife! Don't talk to my wife!
Something about the way the Queen's drawn looks like something that the original Sly Cooper artist might have drawn.
Maybe.
I can see that.
Or it's got a similar inflection. And then the king there kind of reminds me of King Leo.
Yep. And we'll just send in the old little RC car. Get in.
Whoosh.
Get out of there. Alright. I died once. Anywho, driving time.
I know as far as Infamous is concerned, I did get the game, though I want to say it was only because of that infamous PSN hacking period that happened.
Wait, whoa, what happened?
Well, basically, like the PlayStation Network servers, you know, they got heavily compromised that year.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Fuck.
And as a consolation, like Sony did offer one of their games for absolutely free for those that were affected.
Wait, what was that? The North Korea hack?
Was that North?
I'll have to look back in it. I'm gonna look back on. I'm gonna look into that.
I thought
I
it was
will say off the top of my.
I thought it was something similar to like I think it was Delicious Squad or something like that a couple of years back.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Okay, I found it. The 2011 PlayStation Network outage.
That's
it.
it.
Has its own Wikipedia article.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty big deal back then.
Got an ace up his sleeve, and we're about to go all in. This trump card's going to crush Cooper and the rest of his claim-jumping gang. We's going to learn.
I love how we're keeping silent for this specifically, even though there's subtitles.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I probably.
I just think it's funny.
So, James, he has a gun.
You're right.
Okay, I heard this one line that I love is, and this was the day that I let a character who doesn't exist finish their thought, because I'm that polite. I don't know. Anyway. So I looked into it, yeah, no, so back in
Oops.
Oopsie.
Boss, would you watch where you're pointing that thing?
Oh.
Are you talking to me? Whoa, boss, whoa. I'm sorry.
I will admit that is like one of my favorite bits where he just accidentally shoots the guy and he's like, "Oopsie."
Again, for kids. Just wanted, just
I mean, I guess it's a blessing in disguise. Those two guys didn't really know each other. Jeez, easy on the saddle there, partner.
Yeah, he's
eager.
He's raring to go. He's at shoes.
You can even hear the horse shoes clopping.
I like how he looks so disappointed when you get away from him.
Oh, boy, you got funny look.
This looks very fidgety.
Something to say, huh? Something happened up at the mine? Oh, good. Because our older Rither is a partner. He don't take kindly to mistakes.
I don't know what he's saying. I can't understand him. He's speaking in Western tongue. So, so basically, on May 4th, Sony confirmed that a lot of identity, like 77 million accounts' information was exposed.
Yeah.
And an outage.
Okay.
So
you know what?
It was the longest PS Network outage in history and one of the largest data security breaches in history.
Okay, you know what? I'm getting confused with another Sony hack that happened a while ago. Like, I think it was right before they officially announced Spidey into the MCU. There was apparently like a big hack from Sony that revealed that they were like currently in partner talking with Marvel about it at the time.
Yeah.
Also, hello, Carmelita's here.
Oh, shoot!
No, not at her.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shoot! You got it! No!
No.
On it! So unfortunately now looks like she's gotten mixed up in this mess.
Well, the big question is, how?
Well, we're gonna have to save her and hopefully find out. So, onwards. But yeah, essentially, yeah, we'll figure that out later. So yeah, it says here that, yeah, Sony stated that they had plans for PS3 versions of DC, blah, blah, blah. They hosted a lot of special events, and they announced a welcome back program, and as well as selected PlayStation Entertainment content. The program promised to include 30-day free membership to PlayStation Plus, and Hulu. Oh yeah, and Sony announced that 2 PlayStation 3 games and 2 PSP games will be offered to free from lists of 4 and 5, respectively.
Yep, and I believe Infamous was one of them.
Do you remember what the other one you got was?
To that I don't remember. No.
Well, looking at it here, the other ones that were offered to us were Wipeout, Little Big Planet, Dead Nation, and Super Stardust.
It might have been Super Stardust.
Fair enough.
Or maybe it was Little Big Planet. It was either one of those two that I can really think of. Anyway, Carmelita's literally being carted off.
Yep. So
by a jackrabbit.
And it's heading for the. Yep, and it is heading for the cliff, which is why we need to immediately start work on. Yeah, poor Jackrabbit, because they're basically. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was like, poor Jackrabbit, because it's kind of just saying, hey, you gotta take him. Okay, then now you jump off, right? Up to you. I'm a free employer. You make your decision.
I mean, honestly, I don't micromanage.
Honestly, why do my pants suddenly feel moist? And he realizes that that this seat was had glue on it the whole time.
Oh no! Oh, okay. I when you mentioned that his pants felt wet, my mind just thought that I gotta give you more credit than that. You are gonna go there. You're a good writer.
We hope.
It depends on if I feel like it.
That's true. I mean, I'm sure if somebody paid us enough money to write a piss pants and joke, I would. I mean, I could use some pants piss money right now.
I mean, you're honest.
Say, listen, you just gotta write this joke, and I'm like, I'll figure out a way to do it.
Oh, so that's what they're calling hush money now.
Hush money.
No.
Yo, I love piss.
Oh.
Yo, I love piss quarters.
I will pay you to never tell anyone of this embarrassing incident.
Understood. Also, yes, that is my new favorite crypto, Doug piss coin.
Oh.
Does it? Isn't that just so, oh my god, just out of nowhere, isn't that just so bizarre as a culture that, like, we're now at the point where literally all you have to do is have the word coin follow your thing and immediately people will groan and be annoyed at you about it?
Yeah. Thanks, cryptocurrency, for ruining the name for us.
Also, quick thing here.
Hey! He's on the prowl again.
Don't dwell too long on it, because you have a cart to save.
Yeah, he's kind of out of the way, but yeah, that's the next area that he appears in. And I think that's the only time he appears in the Wild West.
Yeah.
I was even about to make another joke with the fucking coin thing. It's like, oh look, it's the golden shower coin. The golden maker. Coin.
Made out of real bananas.
The claw.
You keep telling the kids that.
You ever there's actually there really is, if I'm correct, there is this actual like hair product called Gorilla Snot or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know why I shot that. Anyway.
There it goes.
Excelsior!
Onwards. Between our vulgarity in that, oh my gosh, excuse me heavens, is
Speaking of.
one of my favorite like things of all time still, even post-mortem of Stan Lee, is that really cool animation somebody did of an interview with Stan Lee where he talks about how he just utterly loves the word fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I honestly forgot about that.
Like, he just seemed like a nice...
I don't swear. Now excuse me as I swear.
Yeah, well, that is the funniest part about that. Is at the very beginning, he's like, I don't say it because you know what you're doing. I mean, there's just so... And then he just gets out, fuck you. Yeah, fucking that's a verb. It's like, oh, shit. But he just seemed like a fun guy to be there, like, watching all that happen and stuff.
Oh boy, you're gonna be cutting it close now.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, target that last thing.
You'll have to do.
And done.
Whew. And we're at the end of the road.
Literally.
You did nothing right.
Or did we?
Are you?
Oops.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens. Sorry, guys.
You're a Cooper, right? I knew it.
Yes, ma'am.
It always has to be a Cooper.
Stop calling me ma'am. The name's Inspector Fox.
Fair enough.
Bentley's here?
Well, looks
I
like
hope
they're
so.
right behind us. Carmelita.
Hey there,
I'm
Carmelita.
Hey, this is an awkward time to actually...
Much obliged.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Hand, Inspector Fox.
Ah, crud.
How the fuck?
It was a setup.
For you.
I love his metal arms just going up.
Yeah.
Of course. You feeling neighborly? You could just turn yourselves in.
As much as I like the idea of Sly in a cell, nobody kidnaps
Oh,
Inspector
babe, you
Fox
missed what
and
happened
gets
earlier.
away with it.
Yeah,
Also
about
includes
that.
tying her to a runaway stage.
Watch it. I'm in no mood for smart remarks. Now, are you ready for another mission, Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
That actually was like,
Oh.
they just
surely
subtitled
am,
wrong. And, oh,
Inspector Fox.
thank you.
At least he's the polite type.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Which that is actually something that they do bring up a little later in this level.
Yeah, they do, and thankfully they don't go any further with it beyond that.
Yeah, it's just something worth noting. But with that said, join us in the next part, as now it is time for Carmelita and Tennessee to stage another rescue, because we just can't stay out of prison long in this country.
Oh boy.
Next part in Sly and the Gang in avoiding the nasty in the pasty.
I want to go on record and say I don't like that.